It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Our matchup tonight taking place in Toronto, the Scotiabank Arena, as we watch the Raptors go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Checking out the 76ers, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
Dun, 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 dun. He and the Greek Freak are a big part of this league's future. Having playmakers that size is a huge advantage.
You know, I'm curious to watch his jump shot develop. Simmons is taking the point forward distinction to a whole nother level.
And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It's the Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors. And, of course, Joel Embiid. He is still out of the lineup.
Yeah, and it's terrible news, Kevin. Never what you want to hear with an injury of that severity. It's hard to imagine we're going to see him back out there anytime soon.
You know, certainly disappointing for them. I know how disappointed he must be. Now they've got to find a way to make things work without him.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. Both teams tonight dealing with injuries. Never easy, Doris. An unlikely contributor may step up and play big.
Yeah, I think sometimes you look at this as an opportunity for somebody to maybe step forward and say, I can earn myself some minutes right now. I can become a greater part of the rotation. So you play incredibly hard on the defensive end. You share the basketball. You run hard in transition. You do all the little things. If you've been a guy who's not in the rotation on a night-by-night basis, here is your chance.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Fultz and Redick are in the backcourt together. Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. And it's Muscala in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Lowry. No good on the triple. Here's Simmons. Toronto grabs the miss. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Now, Redick following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Redick against Ibaka. Top of the key. And that one goes long. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Redick against Green. Here's Siakam. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Just 5 to shoot. Green inside the three-point line. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Simmons. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got the first points up on the board tonight here for the 76ers. Green against Redick. And Lowry has it in the corner. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, Kevin, this guy's proven over and over that despite his size disadvantage, he's still able to score in the paint.
Here's Fultz. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense.
He misses the free throw.
And the feeling is with Fultz, tremendous potential. Could be one of those game-changing type point guards who scores and passes with ease.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Well, after the Raptors fell short of their goals last season, you knew they were going to be changing some things up.
Well, obviously the first big move was moving on from Dwayne Casey as the head coach. And you think about Dwayne had brought the best years this franchise had seen, and they still felt it was time for a shift. Now, it's not necessarily his blame. Sometimes you just need to hear a new voice when you've ended in the playoffs the way they have over the last several years.
Now, here's Covington. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Ibaka against Covington. Over Ibaka. Covington's shot is off.
1 for 4 right now. A little sluggish coming out of the gate.
Outside Lowry. The pass to Siakam. Ibaka outside. Outside Leonard. There's the triple. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
And Simmons kicks to Muscala. Pass to Covington. To the middle. Here's Redick. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
Raptors with the lead. Passes it to Siakam. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
All right, a chance here to check out Kyle Lowry. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's averaging 20 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
Now, here's Covington. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And busting it up the floor, Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Here's Simmons. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Memphis.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
And it's good, 2 points.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Now, here's Green. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Denver. Outside Lowry. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Roof shot.
Free throw drops for Green. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks. and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table, a consistent 3-and-D player.
Well, we're right around the halfway point of the season, Doris. This is often when we see the better teams really begin to shift gears and surge ahead.
Yeah, we certainly have a better feel for who the contenders might be. We still have a long way to go, obviously, and teams will have some lulls and then some high points, and you've got to be able to weather all of those things. But the reality is we have a greater understanding of who has the necessary offensive and defensive components to compete at a championship level.
And here's Leonard after Markelle Fultz made that last three-pointer. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Now here is Lowry. 14 points from him the last game against Denver. Ibaka, the pass to Lowry. Sweet little floater. Lowry's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
A floater. Pass to Fultz. It's Redick on the wing. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. Second is Kawhi Leonard.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Boy, that's putting it mildly. The offensive firepower they're packing is superb, and their talent runs the gamut. They can hurt you inside, long range, anywhere in between. They're all just too tough to stop.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. On the wing, Green. Covered by Redick. And it's Green missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Redick passes to Fultz. And here is Simmons. Lowry covering. Simmons inside. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Here's Van Vliet. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Anunoby passes to Wright. Chandler with the block.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And Simmons slams it in.
And the vertical of Simmons, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to shine.
Here's Van Vliet. 8 points his last outing. Right from outside, but they get it back. Ibaka finds Miles. Here's Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Amir Johnson's checked in for Philadelphia. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul. Here is Ibaka. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
4 on the shot clock. lays it in without an inch of room around him. Wright's got his first bucket of the night. And here's McConnell. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Ibaka. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 12th in blocks. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. And he makes the first. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
Good work there as it goes.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Right against Chandler. And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as gaudy as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooters.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, how about DeLon Wright having his best season as a pro last year? He had tremendous numbers, solidifying his role as a backup point guard. And I'll tell you this, he had some games where he simply took over.
And Wright is a taller point guard, not an easy matchup off the bench.
I'll tell you, Kevin, this guy has got a great nose for steals and block shots. He knows how to use the length he has on the defensive end, and he can be tenacious on the glass. Go ahead, DeLon Wright, do your thing.
Now here's Chandler. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Johnson gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Raptors trail by 4. Van Vliet kicks to Miles. Here's Van Vliet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Over Šarić. And the Raptors miss again.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Chandler's shot, good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Right outside. He can't get that one. Nice D from Chandler.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Korkmaz. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. 1:36 left to play in the first. From deep, Miles. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Got that bucket in no time at all. Sharge has got 5.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The 76ers leading by 10. To the paint. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Here is Ibaka after the basket by Dario Saric. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right, the pass to Miles. Right outside. The pass to Anunoby. Looking to end the run. Sinks the three-pointer. Anunoby's got it back down to single digits for Toronto.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
McConnell kicks to Saric. Over Ibaka. Misses the fallback J. And so it's Philadelphia in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
I think they've played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Wilson Chandler out there with Saric. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Johnson. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
Sometimes it's about gang rebounding, making sure everyone's in on the responsibility to board it. Let's see if it's more of a group effort tonight.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Siakam is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Johnson outside, and the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him.
I'll tell you, with that being his second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
And the Raptors making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Now here's Chandler. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Miles with it. Rebound by the 76ers. Chandler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Saric, and he uses the glass on the layup. Saric has got 9 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Van Vliet kicks to Miles. Kicks it out to Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers leading by 10. Here's McConnell. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Fred Van Vliet. And then for Philadelphia, Mike Muscala is checked in for Johnson. And Robert Covington subbed in for Wilson Chandler. You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be, the extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics, and the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
No good on that one. Markelle Fultz has checked in for T.J. McConnell. He hits the second from the line. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. To the inside. It's tipped. Leonard finds Green. Back to Leonard. Over Šorić. Leonard, no luck.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. The 76ers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. He kicks to Fultz. It's Muscala, top of the key. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Pass to Green. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Redick. Here's Simmons. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way.
He's still able to complete the play.
Timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at Philadelphia, 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And of course, there's the Raptors, sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
And for Philadelphia, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Three-pointer, Lowry, and the Raptors miss again.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Now here's Simmons. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. over Fultz. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Lowry's got 6 points.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Sixers.
Here's Simmons. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
The baseline J. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. He's got 15.
Oh, what an incredible effort from Simmons, using his length so well when he's hitting the boards.
Here's Siakam. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
Now here's Green. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Leonard gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Muscala. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
The free throw drops for Redick. Doris for both charting game action and improving player health. The players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Now, here's Lowry. He's got 6. Outside Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
Now, here's Covington. Guarded closely. A baseline J. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Back to Anunoby. Passes it to Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Leonard. He's putting up 33 points a night, almost 3.5 steals, and 5 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Simmons finds Covington. Now Muscala. Here's Simmons. No good from the wing.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Now here's Green. Pass to Lowry. Here's Anunoby. And there's the pass to Leonard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, that's a pass I don't think anyone saw coming other than maybe Kyle Lowry. What vision on the dish.
Fultz kicks to Redick. Pass to Muscala. From 10 feet out, offensive rebound, and Fultz gets it to go. Fultz has got 5.
And Fultz can pretty much score from any area, even inside when the D's all over him. Love how composed he is.
And the Raptors call time here. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Siakam. C.J. Miles comes in for OG Anunoby. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Muscala. Chandler comes in for Robert Covington. Korkmaz checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. Philadelphia leading by 13. Chandler scanning the floor. And good that time. Chandler's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Right outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Saric has checked in for the 76ers.
Coming onto the floor for the 76ers, Dario Saric.
And Ibaka kicks to Miles. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Right against Saric. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Clippers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first. Well, that's an example of 2 teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. Chandler up top. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
The 76ers leading by 15. Saric inside. He's covered by Leonard. Now, here's McConnell. Defense is right there. Tipped away. And Toronto turns it over again. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. Number 1, the Raptors.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Chandler, the pass to McConnell. Knocked loose. Here's Korkmaz, defended by Miles. Another miss by Philadelphia. Raptors trail by 15. He feeds it to Leonard. Johnson with the block.
Wow, how about Johnson using his length, an absolute pest on the defensive end.
One shot. Amir Johnson. That's his 4th personal foul.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
And the 76ers making a change here. Fultz is checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Toronto's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Leonard kicks to Van Vliet. Toronto working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads from 13. And it's Miles missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McConnell finds Johnson. The shot, no good. Ibaka with some nice D. Leonard with no one around. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Leonard's got 19 points.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
Fultz with the ball. Launches it. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Leonard after Ben Simmons' bucket. And Ibaka kicks to Lowry. Leonard the pass to Siakam. For 3. Rebound by Muscala. The 76ers leading by 17. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Lowry is a player who has worked his way to stardom. He says, I still feel like I can be better. I'm never satisfied. My team is good, but I think the best I can be is a champion. There is no other goal in basketball. Guys.
D.A., that's how you truly create a legacy. Now, here is Lowry. Outside Leonard. Lets it fly. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Simmons inside. He's got 19.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Redick. That one's good from the corner. Redick's got 7 points in the game.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Fultz dishes to Simmons. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Leonard. And the Raptors miss again.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Redick for 3. Shot clock reset for Philadelphia. Covington against Leonard. Here's the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Siakam's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Left side Leonard to end the cold streak. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Simmons, and he drops it in from the low post. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, Simmons makes it look so easy. The way he's attacking defenses from multiple angles is really just commendable.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know, it'll be interesting to see what coach draws up here.
Well, they need to stop this run, and a great timeout that hopefully gives his team some energy.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. Here's Anunoby. Lowry finds Ibaka. Back to Lowry. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
Yeah, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, at this point, a multiple-time All-Star, a member of the U.S. national team at the Olympics in Rio. We'll just call him the gold standard, Kyle Lowry.
Now, here's Lowry. After J.J. Redick's miss, Covington with the steal. At the elbow, Fultz. Back to Covington. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Yep, it counts. And it's now 23 points for Ben Simmons.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Siakam. They get a hand on it. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Kicks it to Fultz. Back to Simmons. Pass to Fultz. Outside, Simmons. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. Just an incredible month of basketball. 8th in scoring, 12th in shooting percentage. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates is such an asset.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And the pass to Lowry. With some arc, and the layup is good. Lowry's got 9 points.
Well, Kevin, you know this. A guy at Lowry's size has simply got to be able to make the floater. That's a big-time delivery.
Redick surveying the D. Jump shot is good that time. Redick's got 4 points in the quarter. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Raptors. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Siakam. Guarded by Simmons. Siakam passes to Green. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Anunoby, no good. Philadelphia leading by 22. Outside, Redick. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Some changes for Toronto. C.J. Miles comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Danny Green. Then for the 76ers, Saric has checked in for Mike Muscala. Chandler comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Saric dishes to Chandler. Here's McConnell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
One shot. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. The Raptors making a switch here. Lights checked in.
One shot.
Here's VanVleet. Passes it to Anunoby. Back to VanVleet. And the wide open shot from Miles. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-3 run right now. Covington kicks to Chandler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
The 76ers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Robert Covington. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Miles. Right against Šarić. Wright finds Miles. The kick out to Wright. Just 5 on the clock. To halt the run, Miles, that's good. Miles has got his second bucket of the night.
What an effort from C.J. Miles. Willing the shot past the defender. Superb fast release when he's under duress.
McConnell. And here's Chandler from the arc. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. 14 points for Wilson Chandler.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Wright, guarded closely. Here's Van Vliet, covered by Šarić. Lets it go from deep. And it's Miles missing. For Philadelphia, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half, up to this point, going 7 of 14. Chandler, the pass to Johnson. Here's Korkmaz. Off target from three-point range. The Raptors shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Here's Van Vliet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Raptors have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. That one is no good. Here's Philadelphia. They're on an 18-6 run. Here's Korkmaz. Toronto grabs the miss.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here's Šarić. 10 points for him.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Here's Van Vliet. He's covered by McConnell. Van Vliet looking around. Šarić against Wright. Over Šarić. And the Raptors miss again.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
There's the pass to McConnell. He kicks to Chandler. Right block shot. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Here's Van Vliet. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far. Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. McConnell kicks to Chandler. The feed now to Johnson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
One shot.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for OG Anunoby.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. Ibaka outside. And here's Leonard from three. That shot misses. And it's Philadelphia the other way. McConnell scanning the floor. Down low. Saric. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Pass to Van Vliet. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by McConnell. Hands it from downtown. He has 7.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
Korkmaz passes to Saric. Poked away. McConnell finds Johnson. Over Ibaka. That's short off the rim. And for the Raptors, they're shooting an ugly 27% since halftime.
Well, Serge Ibaka has been willing to become a modern NBA stretch 4. You have to be able to shoot the 3, and Serge is willing to follow the correct trends of the league. You love the adjustment.
Passes it to McConnell. Shot from 12. Here's Korkmaz. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Van Vliet kicks to right. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Van Vliet. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Saric passes to McConnell. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 24 seconds left in the third. Lets it fly from 18. They get the rebound. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, good thing he hit the weight room, because Amir Johnson exerting his strength to come up with these second chance opportunities.
Leonard. Here's Siakam. Off on that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. 76ers ahead, delivering the blowout. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the 76ers, and here's Miles outside, drains the three-pointer. Miles has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Raptors. Now here's Bayless, guarded by Powell. From the baseline. No good off the back of the rim. Toronto shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Richardson kicks to Miles. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Korkmaz. Richardson covering. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
Here's Bayless. And the shot is long. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now here's Richardson. Bayless covering. Richardson dishes to Brown. It's Miles on the wing. The pass to Siakam. Back to Miles. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Right. If you want to get back in the game, you simply can't afford to let long-range shooters get comfortable.
Here is Miles. Philadelphia able to drain the three. And the Raptors miss again.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Pass to Bayless. Fires from deep. Good on the triple.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open three.
Passes to Miles. In the corner, it's Richardson. And Doris, last summer we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. It looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay. I've recorded that comment. So it's Philadelphia now after the Raptors pick up 2. Bolden. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Richardson. It's Miles on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Miles has got 10 points here in the second half. Shamet lays it up and banks it in.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Here's Siakam after the Sixers pick up 2, and Miles kicks to Siakam. Pass to Richardson. Back to Siakam. Here's Brown. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Korkmaz has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages. And by that, I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement. And so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said. And even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
And you can see the break slowed down for him to kind of pick his spot. And boy, was he open.
Johnson against Brown. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Raptors have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Kicks it to Richardson.
Two shots, gentlemen. Two.
At the line from your Raptors, Malachi Richardson. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. Players going to great lengths to improve their performance and extending their prime years. We're seeing it all over the league. Doris, it amazes me.
I heard a number of LeBron James spending 7 figures a year.
Wow.
That's a 1 in 6 zeros to take care of his body.
No kidding.
Right. Making an investment in your future. Understanding nutrition to training to recovery. Listen, you have a limited window, Kevin, to make money with your body if you're a professional athlete. So why you wouldn't want to extend that window as long as possible? You're playing a kid's game for fun, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's lengthen it out if we can.
Shamet kept alive, and that one's good. Korkmaz.
Yeah, second chance points. Gotta love the way they attack the offensive glass there, even with a huge lead.
I'll tell you, Greg, there's no let-up in how they play. They want to dominate every aspect, and that includes second chance points.
Shamet. Johnson kicks to Covington for the 3. Powell pulls it in.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Brown the pass to Powell. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. It's Miles on the wing. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Covington's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
And the first one drops. And Richardson drops them both. Philadelphia's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Now McConnell. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love one-on-one, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Chandler. And so Brown will bring it up for Toronto. It's Miles on the wing. Ibaka outside. Back to Miles. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Johnson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
One shot.
Free throw good, Miles. C.J. Miles, the veteran scorer, over a dozen years of service, and his shooting keeps him in demand.
Well, think back. Miles was actually a second-round pick, and it took him a couple of years to find his role. But, boy, has he steadily become a deadly threat from beyond the arc. Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great, solid screen.
Brown kicks to Siakam. Toronto working the ball around now. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Chandler, no good.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Now here's Brown. He kicks it to Miles. Clock at 6. And Siakam has it in the corner. Shoots over Covington. Siakam misses. Philadelphia's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Now here's McConnell. He's covered by Brown. A shot by McConnell, no good. Raptors shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Now the pass to Richardson. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Makes it off the glass. Richardson's got 11 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Now here's McConnell. And taken away by Brown.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Wilson Chandler.
Boy, I love the priority he placed on his passing tonight. It inspired great player movement, great ball movement. It seemed to me they knew they were going to get an easy bucket on every possession.
Now, here's McConnell. Pass to Chandler. Shoots over Brown. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Passes it to Siakam. Richardson for 3. Hits it from three-point range. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.